Good evening, I'm Sarah Sapsanama. Let's begin with the top stories of the hour. Fifth session of the Parliament likely to begin in the coming Nepalese month of Posh. The session likely to lack business as 15 bills still in consideration in 6 committees. Cross-border crimes and border security not in government priority. Armed police force stationed at border regions lack resource to ensure security. Clock on final ticks at COP29 summit as poor nations hold out for more climate cash. A group representing small island nations announced they are pulling out. And Nepal lose their first match of Blind Cricket World Cup against Sri Lanka by 70 runs. Sri Lanka kick off their campaign on a strong note with Damit Sandrowan's unbeaten century. The government is in a dilemma regarding the date to call the 5th session of the Parliament as 15 bills are still in consideration at the parliamentary committees. This is despite the lapse of over 3 months since the 4th session was concluded. Unofficial preparations are underway to begin the 5th session of the Federal Parliament in the first week of Nepalese month of Posh. However, there are fears the session might not have enough business. So far, only 2 bills have been approved by the parliamentary committees. 6 committees are dwelling on 15 bills, while 3 committees do not have work. The delay has been attributed to the failure to hold committee meetings regularly and lengthy procedures for approval of bills.
जति प्रभावकारी भूमिकामा हुनु पर्थ्यो त्यो अलिक कम भएको देखिरहेकै छ। समसामयिक विषयमाथि बहस छलफल विचार आउने त्यसमा निष्कर्षमा पुर्याउने जनताका समस्या राख्ने थलोको अतिरिक्त मुख्य भनेको यसले चाहिँ कानुन निर्माण गर्ने हो, विधेयकहरुमाथि छलफल गर्ने हो र ऐन बनाउने हो। त्यो कुरामा एउटा त सरकारको अस्थिरता पनि सायद कारण हो कि पर्याप्त मात्रामा विधेयकहरुको रूपमा चाहिँ आउने कुराहरु पनि कमै आएको तुलनात्मक ढंगबाट र अहिले आएका विधेयकहरु चाहिँ समितिमा गइसकेका विधेयकहरुले यहाँले भन्नुभयो जस्तो अब गति जुन मात्रा हुनु पर्थ्यो त्यो नभएको हो।
मान्यज्यूहरुसँग सम्पर्क गर्दा उहाँहरु व्यस्त हुनुहुन्छ। अब अहिले अर्को चाहिँ चुनाव छ, स्थानीय चुनाव। अब स्थानीय चुनावमा खटाछ, मलाई पनि खटाछ पार्टीले हो। अब खटाछ, सबैलाई खटाछ। माओवादीको 3 जना साथीहरुले उहाँहरुको त कडा हुन्छ, मलाई त चाहिँ खटाएपछि म त यताउता गर्नै पाउँदिन, 16 गतेसम्म प्लिज भन्नु। अब 16 गते चुनाव सिद्धेपछि 17 गते राख्न मिलेन, किनभने आउनै भ्या भन्नु न। अब गन्या चाहिँ त्यो रिजल्ट कुर्ने होला। अब 18 19 तिर पुग्यो हिसाबले। अब यस्तै कारणले हटिराखेको छ।
एउटा त मुख्यतः समितिमा आएका विधेयकहरु जो समिति भित्र दफावार छलफलको प्रक्रियामा छन् त्यो प्रक्रियालाई चाहिँ अलि बलियो बनाउनु पर्यो अथवा त्यसलाई चाहिँ त्यसैमा केन्द्रित भएर परिणाम दिने हिसाबले समितिहरुमा छलफल गर्नु पर्यो। यसमा अलि ढिलाढिली जस्तो देखिएको छ कतिपयमा। त्यो ढिलाढिलीको अवस्थाको अन्त्य हुनु पर्यो पहिलो कुरा।
Speaker Devraj Ghimire has called on the committees to expedite all works.
म आशावादी छु, त्यसकै लागि म प्रयत्न छु र मेरो त कोशिश के छ भने छिटो भन्दा छिटो समितिहरुको प्रतिवेदन सहितको आओस्, ताकि के भन्दा कि अब अधिवेशन बोलाउनु भन्दा अगाडि समितिहरुले आफ्नो दायित्व पूरा गरेका हुन्, जसले गर्दाखेरि अब अधिवेशनमा धमाधमी के भन्दा कि विधेयकमाथि छलफल गर्न पाइयोस्।
Meanwhile, analysts opine bills like those concerning the federal civil service and school education will likely take time to reach a conclusion as opposed to the directive of the Speaker to expedite works. It's almost 2 years since the House of Representatives term began. In this period, 4 bills from the lower house and 6 from the National Assembly have been endorsed so far. In our Public Voice segment, today we've asked in several provinces why have lawmakers lacked interest towards law formulation. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
उहाँहरु आफ्नो पार्टीगत र नेताप्रति बरु वफादार भइदिने त देशलाई चाहिँ मानेर होइन। यसमा त सबै देशलाई अगाडि बढाउनलाई त सबै नेताहरु अब पार्टीका नेताहरू मन्त्रीहरू चाहिँ इमानदारीपूर्वक चाहिँ एकजुट भएर लाग्दा मात्रै कानुन बन्ने हो।
कुरो एकअर्कासँग नमिलेर होला या उनीहरूले बनाउन नखोजेको होला।
दलहरूले नमिलेको कारणले कानुन नबनाउन सकेको।
उनीहरू आफ्नो भागमण्डलमा लागेछ अनि जनताहरूको पिरमार्का बुझ्दैन।
स्वार्थ र अनि आफ्नो कार्यमै व्यस्त भएका कारणले चाहिँ हाम्रो देशमा चाहिँ कानुन बनाउन सकेको छैन।
उहाँहरूले कानुन बनिसकेपछि यसमा चाहिँ आफूहरू बाँधिनु पर्ने र कानुन बनिसकेपछि आफूहरूले मनपरी गर्न खोजेका कुराहरूलाई कानुनले बन्देज लगाउने, त्यसले गर्दा उहाँहरू अग्रसर नभएको।
सांसदहरूले कानुन बनाउन समय दिनुपर्छ, जतिसक्दो छिटो बनाउन सक्यो भने राम्रो हुन्छ।
सरकार बनाउने, मन्त्री बन्ने कुरामा चाहिँ उनीहरूको चाहिँ ध्यान त्यतातिर छ। सांसदको जिम्मेवारी के हो भन्ने कुरामा उनीहरू आफैलाई चाहिँ जानकार नभएको जस्तो चाहिँ त्यो खालको चाहिँ वातावरण हुनुले
सरकार छिनछिनमा परिवर्तन भइराख्नाले पनि अहिले नेपालमा कानुन निर्माणमा अलि सुस्त भइरह।
कानुन निर्माण गर्नलाई संसदहरूमा विज्ञता छैन, त्यो भएको कारणले
समय नदिएको भन्न मेरो विचार मिल्दैन। उहाँले त्यस विषयमा चाख नलिएको।
सांसदहरू काम चाहिँ कानुन निर्माण गर्ने हो, तर हाम्रो देशको विडम्बना यस्तो छ कि सांसदहरू चाहिँ आफ्नो खिचातानी र आफ्नो स्वार्थमै अल्झिरहेका हुन्छ।
सांसदहरूले आफ्नो काम कानुन निर्माण गर्ने हो, कानुन बनाउने हो र कार्यान्वयन लगाउनेतर्फ जोड दिने हो, तर अहिले विशेष गरी चाहिँ दलगत स्वार्थमा अहिले जुटिरहेको अवस्थामा छ।
Nepal and India have held annual meetings regarding coordination for border security. This year, both the sides concluded that the open border and free movement from both sides had been the most challenging to monitor. While India's SSB has taken a strong strategy to ensure border security, armed police force back home, which is assigned with the responsibility, have been lacking adequate resource to carry out their duties. A border outpost BOP was established in Mostang's Nechung, that is connected with China, on May 29, 2020. However, those deployed in the outpost did not even have proper place to stay despite the lapse of 4 years. APF have raised the number of BOPs to 10 along the border with China. However, infrastructures to support those deployed there have remained inadequate. The government has assigned the responsibility of border security to armed police force. The latter has been operating BOPs along the borders with both the neighboring nations, China and India. Around 244 BOPs are in operation along the border with India and 10 along the border with China. However, around half of them lack their own buildings. Of the 254 BOPs, just around 96 own land and buildings. 87 have been placed in private and government lands, and over 47 have rented spaces. The security entity has been demanding for proper infrastructure and human resource to maintain security. However, the government has yet to pay heed. They say the lack of resources has raised security threats. APF has human resource of 37,000 and it needs to establish 64 more BOPs at the earliest. So far, the government has allocated budget for only 8. During the meeting last week with India's SSB chief, the two sides concluded there was a need to upgrade technology at the border region to ensure more security. While APF had already submitted a detailed plan to the government 2 years ago, it has been limited to papers. Experts say there is no alternative to raising human resource in order to control access to Nepal from citizens of third countries due to open border with India. They also add lack of security infrastructures has raised the risk of revenue leakages and crimes. Last year, APF had arrested 401 individuals on charges of drug smuggling. 128 others were taken under control in connection with human trafficking. Likewise, 18 people were arrested in possession of weapons in just 1 year, which experts say highlights the sensitivity surrounding the border areas. APF had also arrested 32 foreign nationals from third countries and goods worth 1,640 million rupees smuggled into the country by evading taxes. Since the first month of the ongoing fiscal year, border security have arrested 40 involved in human trafficking and confiscated smuggled goods worth 741 million rupees. The government has also failed to form the Border Security Act. As a result, those arrested from the border areas have been booked as per regular laws. Now, dairy farmers have been at the receiving end once again as the Dairy Development Corporation has implemented a quota system. This comes in addition to the pending payments of 5 months. The corporation had issued a circular to its concerned units to implement the quota system, citing lack of domestic consumption. Meanwhile, farmers have been agitated, saying the corporation had limited procurement at a time of high production. They say the corporation had added to their problems, having failed to clear the previous dues.
3000 लिटर दूध लिनेलाई तपाईको चाहिँ 2000 मा झारेको छ 3000 बराबर 1000 चाहिँ कम लिएको छ जुन चैतमा चाहिँ 3000 लिन्थ्यो भने अहिले चाहिँ 2000 भन्दा लिएको अवस्था छैन त्यो दूध चाहिँ हामीले कहाँ लाने दुग्ध विकास संस्थान राज्यले नै त्यो चाहिँ पैसा दिदैन अनि हेर मन्त्रालयहरुबाट चाहिँ अनुदान दिएर गाउँपालिकाले अनुदान दिएर दूध उत्पादन गर भन्छ उत्पादन गरेर लाने चाहिँ कहाँ
भने बेला अब देखिहाल म अहिले दूध बिक्री छैन बिक्री भए पनि पैसा टाइममा आउँदैन दुटो दाना अब चोकरको भाउ त्यस्तै छ
The corporation has 525 tons of butter and ghee and 550 tons powder milk in store at the moment. It attributes lack of storage facility to collect more milk from the farmers. Meanwhile, speaking with Kantipur Television, Minister of Agriculture and Livestock Development Ramnath Adhikari said a solution would be sought through discussions with the corporation and the farmers. Milk production is the highest between the Nepalese month of Kartik and Falgun. The corporation has been purchasing 110,000 litres milk from 46 districts on a daily basis. This is 15% of the total production. It is time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before today's question, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we'd asked you, what's your take on the Prime Minister's dissatisfaction towards the performance of government mechanism? 20% voted for option A, no results to be satisfied about, 14% for B, lack of support from officials, and 66% for C, lapses on part of the government itself. And here's today's question. What's your take on the Dairy Development Corporation DDC's decision to implement quota system on milk purchase? Your options are A, adding to farmers' plight, B, poor market management, and C, insensitive towards consumers. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Minister of Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation Badri Pandey has said the government is committed to operate the Gautam Buddha International Airport. Speaking at an interaction program in Bhairahawa today, Minister Pandey ensured the airport will have regular flights. He also expressed commitment to visiting the airport every 2 months to ensure sustainable operation.
दिगो ढंगले सञ्चालन गर्नका निम्ति के अप्ठ्यारा आउँछन् ती अप्ठ्यारालाई यही फिल्डमै आएर स्पोर्टमै आएर समाधान गर्न सकिन्छ गर्नुपर्छ भनेर यहाँहरुले सुझाव पनि दिनुभयो त्यसकारणले पनि आउने कुरा गरेको मैले वचनबद्धता फेरि दोहोर्याउनु
Minister Pandey also claimed the airport would be an epicenter for tourists as it aimed at drawing the world's attention to Buddha's birthplace. Now, a protest rally was held in the capital against Israel's relentless attack on Gaza Strip. The protest was held jointly by various political parties and organizations. Participants alleged Israel and the U.S. of terrorizing the Palestinians. They demanded the U.S. to stop providing Israel with weapons. So far, more than 44,000 Palestinians have been killed in Israel's attacks that began in October last year. Majority of the deceased are women and children. Time now for international update. The United Nations Climate Summit COP29 is on the verge of collapse after a bitter fallout between richer and poorer nations over funds. Developing countries have dismissed an offer of $250 billion per year to help them tackle climate change, as some want a figure closer to $500 billion. In a dramatic turn, several countries walked out of negotiations, saying they wanted a fair deal. Nearly 200 countries are trying to reach a deal at the summit in Azerbaijan, which has already overrun by more than 24 hours.
Until our views, our inputs get reflected, are reflected here. But this could... Otherwise, we'll have no deal here, we'll have no decision. 39 seats plus colleagues in the LCs and 45-year-old DCs. Until we see our interests in the paper. We want a goal that is ambitious, we want a goal that has a good share of public money, grant equivalent and an allocation for LDCs and Cs specific.
But this could crash the talks.
No, it will not crash. It will rebuild.
It's a very difficult moment. There is half of the world just walk out, or a very important portion, and we need to engage deeply in negotiation. There is dissatisfaction from the South around the quantum and around some of the conditions that are in that text. I think that can be solved, but it requires political will and mobilizing.
Meanwhile, at the same event, Germany's, in fact, Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock said Germany would not accept COP29 deal at the expense of vulnerable countries.
We are in the midst of a geopolitical power play by a few fossil fuel states. Their playing board is the backs of the poorest and most vulnerable countries. We as the European Union will not accept a deal that comes at the expense of those who suffer most from the effects of climate crises. We will not allow the most vulnerable, especially the small island states, to be ripped off by the new fuel-rich fossil fuel emitters who have the backing, unfortunately, at this moment of the presidency.
Sports news. Nepal has lost its first match under the Blind Cricket World Cup against Sri Lanka. The tournament kicked off from today in Pakistan. In its first match, Nepal lost to Sri Lanka by 70 runs as Damit Chandrawan remained unbeaten with a century for the Lankan team. Sri Lanka had opted to bat first and posted 195 runs, losing 4 wickets. Opener Dinesh Madhuwantha went out soon. However, Damit scored a century in 66 balls, which included 11 fours. Murugan Mohan Raj scored 10 runs and Dilanka Munasinghe 17. Nepal's Sunal Rana Magar and Sunil Chetri each claimed 1 wicket. In reply, Nepal managed to score just 125 runs in 20 overs, losing 8 wickets. Openers Padam Badaila and Sunil partnered for just 16 runs. Sunil scored personal 13 runs. Nasir Chaudhary contributed 23 runs and Durga Datta Paudel 24. None of the other Nepali batters scored in double digits. Pakistan's Damit, Murugan and Nipuna Navinda took 1 wicket each. 5 of Nepal's players were run out. In another match held today, Pakistan defeated South Africa by 8 wickets and Bangladesh were declared winners as their opponents India did not participate. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.